Sonnet 73. That time of year thou mayst in me behold, when yellow leaves, or none, or few do hang upon these boughs which shake against the cold, there ruined choirs, where late the sweet birds sang. In me thou seest the twilight of such day, as after sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away, death's second self that seals up all in rest. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire, that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well, which thou must leave ere long. So, I highlighted the things according to, there's the key on the side, you can see it. Going through it, so I think the diction is a very interesting thing. So that time of year thou mayest in me behold. I think behold is a very strong word for that, because I feel like behold is used a lot more often in cases where it's like, behold this majestic or this giant, a sight that like you want to see, something very exciting. That first sentence doesn't tell us that first line doesn't tell us very much about the sonnet itself. It's saying that time of year, like you can see me see. We don't know what time of year yet. So going on to the second sentence, that starts to help. So when yellow leaves, or none, or few do hang, that makes it automatically, I mean, it's not spring and it's not summer. It could be winter or fall, because like obviously that's when the leaves start changing colors, they start falling off the trees. That's what it's talking about. And I feel like that's imagery. It's just like it's describing what you're seeing. And that fact is reinforced within the third line. So upon these boughs which shake against the cold, it's cold in autumn and winter. So it's like it's one of those seasons. Personally, I feel like it's autumn, just because if it was winter, there would be no leaves. So like not or few, it would just be like no leaves. And it might mention something about snow if it was winter, and it doesn't. Going on, it says bare ruined choirs where late the sweet birds sang. So the birds singing is described as the choirs. So it's saying like the birds used to sing all the time around here. Now they're gone because birds migrate. I feel like ruined choirs was a very strong word choice there as well, because it's like it can't come back almost, which I don't feel like is true of autumn, but maybe like it won't ever come back the same way. In me thou seest the twilight of such day. So it's like the ending of the day, because that's when twilight is. It's the beginning of like nightfall. As after sunset fadeth in the west, so the sun has gone down, which by and by black night doth take away. Black night took away the sunlight. Death's second self that seals up all in rest. From those four, I literally just see it is now nighttime. So like maybe dark, maybe gloomy, whatever you see out of nighttime, it doesn't sound very pleasant because of like death's second self. So it's night now. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire. That I believe is a metaphor. The glowing of such fire, I'm pretty sure, is a metaphor for life. So he's saying, in myself, I see life. That on the ashes of his youth doth lie. So fire, what I'm reading from this is that the fire is eating like his, or consuming, whatever you want to say, is using his past like life, his past memories, experiences, his youth, like it says on there. So like the fire is on top of it's already burned away his youth. So like his life has gone past that point already. As the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. So like the fire goes for so long, it eats your entire life, and then like at some point you stop living, and at that point the fire will go out. So that those 4 sentences are just like, people get old, people die. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong. It's an easy sentence. This I see, and it makes my love more strong. To love that well, which thou must leave ere long. Um, just like, people die eventually, so you have to love people deeply while you're still around. I kind of wrote this out in like the biggest, like a very oversimplified way of going through the lines. So it's fall, it's nighttime, and then like aging and death and love and all that type of stuff. So then the rhyme scheme, it works in, it's A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. And it's separated out by the periods. Which you can see just like it's only 3 periods in this whole thing. And that separates it out into the big ideas. If you were to look at it in paragraph form like that, like most poems are written, I mean, it's a sonnet, that's pretty much a poem. That's how most of them would be written in. And then like all of them, you can see how it has like that heading, and it almost has a conclusion too, which I think is really fun about this. It's like, we were always taught in high school, at least, like your conclusion needs to have a so what. So it's like, oh, it's really cold outside, it's nighttime, I'm getting really old. Okay, who cares? Oh, I care because I need to love people. I think that's fun. Additionally, it's written in, I'm pretty sure it's iambic pentameter, because there are 10 syllables in each line. And I believe the second syllable is the one that's stressed, or like every second syllable is the one that's stressed, because like if you look at the first line, it's like, that time of year thou mayst in me behold, like time and then year, and I feel like those are like more stressed than unstressed. From what I understand of those, it's still kind of a new concept for me, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, challenges I faced in reading it. I'm sure you can tell some of them. I had issues with the second like paragraph thing here about the like time of day part that I wrote. Because it's like, the death second self part was kind of what threw me off, because it's like, Black Knight took away death's second self, which would mean Black Knight took away the sun, or death's second self that seals up all unrest being like nighttime, which makes a lot more sense, but like with the sentences, maybe it's not, and I'm just like a little bit unclear with that. For the most part, this wasn't so bad. As soon as I figured out that glowing fire was life, I felt so much better about the whole thing. That's all I have.